Aave, ticker code Aave, is the next cryptocurrency I'll be reviewing today. This is another one that has been on my list for quite some time, so I'm happy to finally dig my teeth into it. Without going into Aave, we first have to quickly understand what leverage is. A lot of people think leverage is bad for the crypto market. They say, oh, it's such a bad thing. Now, there's no perfect number of leverage, but leveraged is a good thing because it's people borrowing money to invest into the industry or the sector, which in this case is cryptocurrency. So crypto definitely wouldn't have the price it currently does today without leverage. Of course, again, we don't know what that number is. We don't know if it's a good number or a bad number, but crypto most of the time, and I think most people would agree that it is a over leveraged market, which means too many people are borrowing. And this is why you see those massive fluctuations in cryptos when we can have a big crash and things can drop down 20% in a day. And you might want to say, oh, who wants to borrow money? Well, first of all, you can double your wins. You can also double your losses in leverage. Plus it can give you access to additional funds if you needed it. But this is more for people who really trade and love their cryptocurrencies and really want to dig to that next level. Because if you're good at it, like I said, you can double your losses and double your wins as well. So for the new people watching, welcome. I'm the Crypto Diet. I'm currently doing my master's in economics at Monash University. I'm also working here in Australia in the banking and finance industry. And it's my goal with every single video I do to always be honest, respect all cryptocurrencies and give a fair, unbiased, respectful view on that crypto. If I think that crypto is bad, I'm going to say it. If I think that crypto is good, I'm going to say it and give my honest thought. This is not a pump every single coin to the moon channel saying you're all going to be millionaires by the month. So if you like to the sound of that, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and let's do this. Aave is a decentralized, that's the key word here, leverage exchange that you can use. So you can see that you can exchange things like Binance USD, Ethereum, Chainlink, Maker, Uniswap. You've got a few different options here. You've got the annual per yield, which is, not that good in my opinion, at around 3%, things like that. But you've got the borrow as well, which is how much they're going to charge you for borrowing as well, which is quite high. But the key word here is that this is decentralized. So this is no ID. You don't have to verify yourself. You don't have to put your passport or driver's license and things like that to get ID'd. You can just go in there and start immediately leveraging and exchanging cryptos on the Ethereum network, generally speaking. So you've got Yearn Finance, you've got Aave here, you've got Curve, you've got Engine, and a few other things as well that you could do. In terms of Aave's security, you can see how they've been ordered by Trial of Bits, Open, Zeppelin, Consensus Diligence, Cert, PeckShield, and they're all publicly available here. It also uses the Chainlink Oracle as well for its oracles. In terms of its tokenomics, you can see here that Lend will migrate to Aave via a Genesis governance token. Lend was what Aave used to be called, or the last protocol a few years ago. They've got 16 million Aave tokens, and the Aave token can be used for delegating assets and investments that Aave can do. Now let's head over to Coincodex and compare it to Ethereum value. You'll see this in all of my videos. I always have new subscribers coming and they say, why do you look at investment? Why do you compare it to ETH? You want to compare your cryptocurrency to something. You want to use a baseline to at least say, what am I comparing my crypto to see? Some people just say, I'm just going to invest in a crypto. When Bitcoin pumps, I'm going to make my money from my crypto. If you want to do that, by all means, follow your investment strategy. But for me, what I like to do is pick the strongest cryptocurrencies I can possibly invest in. And what I do for my initial screening is I put it to Ethereum and I'm looking for as much green as possible to show me that this coin is outperforming Ethereum. Because in my view, if a coin can outperform Ethereum, that means it's strong, because Ethereum generally is strong. And I want these cryptos outperforming Ethereum consistently, not just a little bit through 1 month, 1 day. I want it performing consistently. So something like Mana, you can see it's outperformed Ethereum consistently. This would be a strong horse that I could potentially look into. So I'd open up a chart for Mana and look into deeper. I've got a video on Mana, by the way. I'll link that in the description below. But this is just what I use as a filtering process. Now let's have a look at Aave. We can see Aave is ranked number 57 according to Coincodex, and already you can see a lot of red here. So we have to respect that. We have to understand that this isn't just because cryptos are down at the moment or the bull market is sort of a bit quiet or whatever you want to say. The point is that if a crypto can outperform Ethereum during a bear market or a quiet time, very impressive. If it can perform it in a bull run, it should be doing it while things are going crazy, because just due to the market cap size of it. So at the moment, Aave is in the 1 year mark. That's going from 1 year as of today, which is the 10th of February, 2022. As I'm recording this, down to Ethereum by 80% year to date. So that's January 2022, down compared to Ethereum by 15.4%, 6 months down compared to Ethereum by 54%, 3 months down to Ethereum by 18.39%. It's ticking over as I say it. 1 month down compared to Ethereum by 12.93%. 7 days, a measly outperformed Ethereum by 1%. 24 hours underperformed to Ethereum by 2.24%, I should say. So we have to respect these numbers, guys. You have to be able to see it, identify it, look at it. You can see other cryptos that may be doing better and just really pick them. This is just an investment strategy that you can pick and identify with. So for me, this is what I do with mine, and the results have been pretty good. Gala is another one that I did a video on, outperformed Ethereum by a very healthy margin. And it just, again, it helps me pick the good, strong cryptos from the bad ones. You might be spoiled enough just because of crypto, the whole industry picks up and everything moons and everything goes great, that you might think that you picked a good coin, but for me, I'm looking for the strongest ones possible. And this is what I use to filter it. So here we go, Aave against this USD value. Now, when you're looking at a chart, what I like to do is really zoom out and have a look at the last cycle, which was first half of last year, going from about January, it started about November, but we'll just say from January 2021 up until May, which is this area here that you start to see. The low that came in, that was in June or July this last year, came in for most cryptocurrencies. So in the instance of Aave, it came in on the 21st of June, and you can see it right there. So it came in at about $174.03. Hit the double bottom, and then we came off, and that's when most cryptos started to recover from June last year. The all-time high for Aave was $666. And then we had the quiet phase in July, and most cryptos started to really rally back in August last year. We had a very, very high volume update on the 27th of October, where we came back up, shot back down on high volume. So that would have been a bit of a pump and dump day, but we were never able to get there. So I'm examining this range from the high of the 20th of October up until now, the low. One of the things that's already a red flag to me is that we broke past the low of support that we found on the 21st of July. We break through, and you can see it there on my yellow horizontal line. But there it is, clean break on the 21st of January. Not a good look. Bounced off at 22nd of January and start to find our double bottom before we start to have a bit of accumulation, and now we're up. Bad news as well, volume is not that high. You really want to see some volume pick up, a bit of a breakout happening with your cryptos, so a bit of accumulation and a bit of a breakout. We got a decent volume day on the 8th of February, not much, only about 154K volume moving that day, still not much, and you can really examine these bars here and see that they're not really moving that much. Not much buyers, not much sellers, not really much happening at all in this market, not much interest. And you really want to play around with that. Where's the smart money? Why is the smart money not investing in this project? Volume's a really good way to look at that. Below our 50% mark, our major 50% is at $295. We are well below it at $182. So this crypto has a long way to go with a lot of resistance barriers to push through. So what do I say about resistance barriers? Most cryptocurrency people or people who review cryptos will say, oh, we found support. Oh, this is awesome. You can buy or near support. That's one side of it, is finding support, but you also need to think about on the way up, how many resistance barriers it has to push through every single time. And this is the tough one it has to go through before it keeps going up. It's very hard because so many people are having sell orders in these areas, and a crypto has to keep pushing through. It can be quite challenging to do that and to figure it out. So most people will just buy and hodl. You can see we got rejected at the 50% a few times as well. I drew my trend line looking to see how we react to this trend. Any trade into Aave should just be that, a trade, a short-term trade, in my opinion. Now let's have our fib extension tool here. You can see that we had our one mark at around $132, bounced off it almost perfectly actually. And then again, like I said, a bit of accumulation, got rejected at the 618 mark, which is at $174. Tried again, got rejected again on the second time, but on the third time pushed through on some decent volume. Again, not the greatest volume, pushed through, closed on the 7th of February. Next day, tried to get past the 50%, shut down, closed relatively high in the bar. So, not the worst look in the world. It's the third day on the 9th of February, low volume, finding it tough to break through that 50% barrier again. And now we are on the 10th of February, still a while left of the day, got another 14 hours left of the day to play. And now we are down hitting now, and we're probably going to find some support at the 618 mark, which like I said, is at that $174 mark. The other thing I don't like about Aave is that we weren't able to find a new all-time high this bull run, the second half of the bull run. You really want your cryptos to start always trying for all-time highs. You want your cryptos to be roaring, guys. Think of it like a warrior, a gladiator warrior. You want them winning battles, looking strong, looking good. If they are just continuously getting dumped on and losing, it's not a good look. You want them to be outperforming cryptos. You want them to always be setting new all-time highs. Look at like Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, these stocks that are always pushing new highs. This is what you want your cryptos to do. So let's do some price predictions. And as usual, let's have a look at our RSI and calculate how it would go with our price predictions. Now, we look at our RSI, we can see that we hit 67 on the RSI on the 27th of December, got rejected at 50%, hit 70 on the RSI, 71 on the RSI on the 12th of August, and hit 70 on the RSI on the 12th of February too. So this crypto can hit 17 on the RSI quite easily, but it does look like you might have to wait a little bit because we are already on a bit of a downtrend here we can see happening at the moment. So 70 on the RSI would take Aave to $241.95, which is a 31.89% increase roughly from where it currently is at the moment. And if we hit 80 in the RSI, and Aave did hit 80 in the RSI twice actually, it hit it on the 19th of January 21, and again on the 6th of February 2021, actually 86 at the top. So that would take Aave at $320, which is about a 74% increase from where it currently is at the moment. And if we hit 90 in the RSI, which Aave is yet to do, that would take Aave to $557, which is about a 203% increase from where it currently is at the moment. So this is why it's really good to compare your cryptos on a chart just to see that, okay, we never hit 90 on the RSI. We've hit 70 on the RSI a few times, 80 on the RSI twice. So these numbers are quite unreasonable for the short term being. It can have a more long-term approach where it can start approaching these and the RSI won't go as hard, but this is more of a long-term hold. But you know, you want to be careful with these choices because, like I said, I mean, you can see volume, it sort of hasn't really picked up since December, where we tried, failed at the 50% and gone back down. Now let's compare Aave to Ethereum. So TradingView actually thankfully does have a pairing with Aave to Ethereum, and this is why I compare coins to Ethereum, guys. You can see it clear as daylight right there. That is a pretty clear downtrend compared to Ethereum. So while Ethereum was topping the all-time high in the second half of the bull run last year, Aave has just lost value to it. So meaning you would have been better off holding Ethereum and reducing your risk substantially. And you can see that the all-time high against Ethereum was on the 12th of Feb. So that means almost 1 year if you bought on that day, you would have been one of the worst decisions you can make, because compared to Ethereum value, you would have been down 82.81% roughly from the top. Some support finding there on the 0.786 mark, which is good at least to see. And then we can see that we did break down again, struggling at the 618 mark a lot as well. So this crypto is struggling, guys, and you can really tell. Hit 70 in the RSI, surprisingly, on the 25th of December, and that was when a lot of people were doing some orders. We saw it on the USD value. So, you know, a bit of a distribution before it started to fall down again. We'll see if we can find support. Worst case scenario, we'll find support at the next mark, which is the 1 mark. But yeah, not exactly the best looking chart. We have to be honest about that. Pretty clear downtrend there. And this is why I say compare your cryptos to either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or something, just to see the relative strength between it, because, you know, we all have a certain amount of money. It's better to allocate those resources efficiently. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope it helped. It's not financial advice, just my opinion on the crypto, of course. If it did, again, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.